Hi, Stephen Arsenal here. Wanted to talk to you today about a favorite topic of mine, really simple CMS. And what is really simple CMS? Well, CMS is the acronym for Content Management System, and the ability supposedly to actually make it a joy or really simple for people to actually manage their web pages, schedule them for release, and do edits on them. And that's sort of a philosophy of One Big Broadcast. Our One Big Broadcast is really all about everything simple, phenomenal user experience, and a really good user experience in the actual administration of your website. Because the idea is that if you want to automate your marketing, you got to make things very simple and efficient. So we've been doing this for quite a while, and we built one of the sample sites I'm going to use today is our e-commerce site called Go Costa Rica Fishing. Go Costa Rica Fishing is a member-based e-commerce travel portal that, I guess, as you might have guessed, features hotels, high-end mansions, and boats in the Pacific coastal area of Costa Rica. And so the whole concept of Costa Rica Fishing is to make the user experience very easily. So the whole idea is that if you go down there, you can pick, say, a 5-star hotel or a 5-star mansion. You go and find it. You can click on it really easily and take a look around and rent it and have a great holiday. So that's the concept, but the One Big Broadcast powers this platform. And what I really wanted to get into was how easy the administrative backend is to administer the site. So we're right in the administrative backend right now, and any change we want to make, all we do is go, say, if I wanted to change this picture in the slideshow, all I do is double click, and it would take me to the user area for the slideshow. And I'd simply say, okay, fine, browse, find something on my computer, put a link in, upload it, boom, it's done. And then I can actually schedule my pages for delivery and do all the things that you actually normally think you should do. And at this point, what I wanted to do was actually show you through some of our, some, I guess, other sites that people use, and show you sort of the concept of how difficult it is to manage the back end of some other sites. So here's a WordPress site that was graciously offered by one of our clients, Photo Gift Card. Photo Gift Card are thank you very much, Photo Gift Card. They're a photo processing site, so great guys. They actually do photo gift cards for restaurants, hotels, resorts, and all that kind of stuff. But they use WordPress, which we're actually converting, so I had a chance to get into WordPress and have a look at it. So when you take a look at their administrative backend, this is kind of like what a page looks like. And pages on your CMS are usually pages that are, so if I click there and click here, and so I got the text in here, but my images aren't really there. This is kind of like revisions, and I don't know where my images are and how I create links and really how to do very much. So the reality is kind of difficult to use, and it really isn't the same experience that I would see on their website. Their website should be, I should see what I'm going to see. That's our concept, is that what you see in your administrative backend should be what you see as your website itself. So if I click to say, so we won't spend too much time on that because we want to dive right into One Big Broadcast. So we'll go back to our Costa Rica vacation site. And well, again, I'm trying to make it really easy to use. So the whole concept is that, okay, I want to say if I wanted to administer an existing page, what I'd do is I'd go down here to say maybe, say Manuel Antonio Adventures. I'd click on it. It would actually show me down here what the page is, and anything that I want to do, I just go to the little red area and say, okay, double click. It brings up what's called a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get at editor. This is the new kind of way of editing things, and this is where I put the information about Manuel Antonio. Anybody that hasn't been to Manuel Antonio, you should go, by the way. So, oops, and if I learned how to spell, so we finish the sentence, and say if I wanted to add an image, I could just go ahead and click the image tool, And I could either add an image from the internet by putting a link in there, or I could find an image on in my file management system, or I could grab an image from just anywhere I wanted to, and or I could load one, and I could say, okay, fine, I want to take one. Say I'm going to take this Hucko Beach one, and there it is. And I might want to give it a new folder name because I want to be able to find it. So these are, say, I'm going to say So that's my new folder, and there's the folder there. And I'm just going to click here to upload the image. To load that image to the page, all I do is double click on the image. It actually shows me. I can actually, if I want, I'd say, look, I want to enhance that image, and I want to say, look, I need to resize it. I want it to be about 350. And as you all know, making pictures bigger isn't a good idea. But, just a few pixels wider isn't going to hurt. So if I want to send it to the right, and then I could just say, okay, fine, that's the image I want to. And so if I wanted to say, look, I want to format, I want to maybe make it a heading tag, and then what I can do is save it. And all of a sudden, there's the text that I put in there and the image that I just loaded. So if I wanted to make this, if I want to go back and adjust it again, the whole concept is to make things visual, so that you have a really good visual experience when you're doing things, and you can do things fast and efficiently, and it's not going to affect how you operate. So here we go. We've done that. We're just about to save. So we save this, and then if I want to have a look at what it's going to look like live, I just go back to my Costa Rica vacation site, give the page name, and have a look at what it's going to look like live. So that's what I just added right now to this part of this adventure tour area for the Adventures of Manuel Antonio. So everything you do is, and I guess I better make this better. So this is about Manuel Antonio, and I'm just going to make it normal, and we'll see what it looks like now. And all I have to do is reset my page here, and that sort of gives you an idea how you can manage pages. So then, from an administration point of view, you might decide that, look, I want to schedule this page for delivery at a later date. And this is where the version control comes in, where you can actually say, okay, fine, it shows you what version you're actually working on, and you can tell it, look, I want this page to go live at a certain date. You just put in your date range, and so you can create pages to go live at a later date. You can even get them to turn off a few days later if you want. Also, one of the things I wanted to show was things like version control. Anything we do in this platform, we actually keep track of. So if you ever want to go back and take a look at what you did before, all you do is go back, take a look at it. It'll show it to you. And if you wanted to make it live, you could just restore it. It would actually flip the other one around. So the whole idea is easy button, easy to use, easy, fun to look after. I mean, a lot of people talk about SEO. We've got SEO built into every page in terms of the description and key phrases. In terms of managing the pages, you can actually manage their title tag. You can actually dynamically change the names of the pages. You've got full control over everything. So you can basically create, if you want to create a new page, all you do is go up here. So why don't we create a new page on this site? So what we'll do is we'll say, okay, fine. I'm going to say where I want it to link under. So in this case, I want it to link under the home site, and I'm just going to say, Stephen's photo page. So I'm giving it the file name, and I should learn how to spell photo. And then I'm going to give it a description. So what I did is I just tell it to create a page, And what it'll do is it'll actually dynamically start creating things, and bang, it's created it. So here it is, my new page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to we've got the same WYSIWYG monitor. I've actually been working on some social things for a resort community that we're dealing with right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just copy from a Word document. And we've actually built a little tool to actually work with Word to take out all the ghost characters that Word creates. And so what I'm doing is importing this. So there was an image there. We'll show you how to fix that up. So what I did is I just loaded this text from my Word document, and now I've got it in the page, and I might want to fix up a few things in terms of formatting, because there's always some weird thing that Word does to stuff. And so I might say, okay, fine, that looks good. I might decide I wanted to load an image, so what I'll do is I'll put my cursor here. And then what I can do is I can say, okay, fine. We went through this a little while ago, but I'll do it again. I can either put an image from the internet, so I can say, okay, fine. What I want is so I might want to load a picture, say, from the internet. So I could go and take a look at a picture here, and I could say, okay, fine. And I could actually use this picture. Maybe this one here. Holy cow, Costa Rica! This thing coming out of the water. Wow. So I could say, okay, fine. Where's the link for this? It's right here. And then I could go back here and put the link here, and that picture will. But it's pretty big, so I could say, okay, fine. What I want to do is resize that picture to only be, say, 450 pixels wide. It'll actually readjust the height. I want some horizontal space around it, say 10 pixels, and I want some vertical space so it's not crashing into the characters, and then I want it to be right justified. So anyway, that's my picture that I just found off the internet, loaded, saved, and we have just created our first CMS page on this. So then I go back to my. So if I want to take a look at it and see what it's going to look like outside of the CMS, all I do is get rid of this little. Outside of the CMS, it looks like this. So our page is created, and we've got full control over everything that we want to do. So there you go. We've actually been in the content management system, shown you how a easy-to-use, efficient CMS system works, and that's good for the first lesson on how to use our platform.